What's up everybody, welcome to your 23rd JavaScript tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be going over something called browser information. Now what we're going to be doing in this tutorial is getting information from the browser. Now if you don't know, this whole thing is the web browser. Now we can get information for a bunch of different reasons. Let's say we wanted to find out what web browser the user was using because maybe it wasn't compatible with our program, or maybe we just wanted to get it to tell the user, alright, it's time to update your browser, or maybe we just want to get it for the heck of it like we're going to be doing in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started, and the first thing that we're going to want to do is make a variable, and I'm going to call mine Bucky because that's my name. Now after this, what you're going to want to set this variable Bucky equal to is an object called the navigator object. So let's go ahead and type navigator, add your period. Now what the navigator means in JavaScript is the web browser. They don't call it a web browser, they call it the navigator. It would have been a lot easier if they just called it browser or web browser, but they didn't, so you're going to have to learn navigator and can't change it. Now after the period, and this is what you're going to do every time, you're going to type what part of the web browser you want to use. So, and again, these aren't things you make up, they are like a preset determined pieces that JavaScript already made. So you just have to memorize these or have a list with you, and these can be found on any website. So one of the things is called app name, and what this is going to do is give you the browser's name, such as like Netscape or Firefox or Internet Explorer. And right now what we did is we made a variable called Bucky, and that has the value stored whatever our web browser's name. So let's go ahead and output this on a screen. Since we're working with objects, might as well use document write. We won't use the alert one right now since we're gonna be working with objects, so we might as well get used to it. Now let's just type you're using, add a little space, and type in our variable Bucky and our parameters. So right now, as you can see, we want to write on the screen you're using, and then add a space, and then write Bucky. And again, Bucky is just the name of our navigator. So let's go ahead and save this and see what it has to say. You're using Netscape, since that's the web browser I am using. Now go over that and figure out how to do that, and let me just show you one more thing. This variable, when you store this in a variable, it's very useful if you're going to be writing a bigger program, or if you're going to be reusing this code over and over again. But you don't always need to store it into a variable. What you can do is just copy what this means, or cut it, and add it right into here. And let's get rid of this because we don't need that anymore. And it says now you're using, and it will give the name. But here, let me just save that and prove it to you guys real quick so you don't think I'm a liar. Refresh, you're using Netscape. And one more thing that's pretty useful is instead of app name, you can write platform. And this will give you the platform that your web browser is running on. And this is pretty useful when trying to determine like if your program is going to be compatible with your computer or not. So let me just save this, and it says you're using Win32, and that's what platform I'm using right now. And all of these things, all of these browser objects are pretty much just to test compatibility or to give the user information. And again, if you want to learn more about the rest of these, And if you want to memorize them, you can, but they're on a bunch of different websites, so I recommend going and checking them out. But that's probably going to be the only browser objects we're going to be covering for right now. And remember, if you like my tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next tutorial. Thanks.